Hey everybody. Let's see. Right, getting things set up on this end. Let's see. Okay. I am going to do my best to get through as much of this as physically possible. So it's a little scratchy. I know that they will do most of the talking, which is nice, but this is supposed to be super long. You may notice the new overlay setup here. I may or may not be working on a little side project, but we're still finalizing some stuff, so here's your little peek. Nothing fancy. Just little things. Okay, make sure my phone is on Do Not Disturb. Okay. Oh, let's see how this goes. I did a little bit of research, and this ending can go up to like 4.5 hours long, easy. And I'm tired. And tomorrow's 4th of July, so I'm just gonna go as long as I can, and we'll finish it next time if we don't tonight. So let's get this started. I guess I'm the first one this time.
Makoto.
You are early, Makoto.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. Where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However...
Don't worry. I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said... Byakuga. Cool. Byakugan? They arrived one after another. Where's Toko? They were all in the same state of shock. Well, that doesn't look like shock. That looks like ticked off. Mina? That looks mildly perturbed. Hero? Cool. Nobody wants to talk to me. Nice. Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial. Ah, there's Toko.
For me, and so I appear.
Alright, I'm just gonna use that line. Cause I don't know what that garbled gook was.
I'm on fire!
Oh god. Oh boy. Strong silent master is so wonderful, so cool, so hot, my loins are ablaze.
Yes!
Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful scissors!
With my scissor-sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what master wants, it can be boy, girl, or anything between. I can handle it. Okay. Where am I?
Whew.
No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Ooh, and wearing our gloomy gust faces, I see.
Well now.
Well then, let's begin.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair. Climax from sorrow.
That's fine.
You are right. This is the final class trial. And this time, it'll be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know.
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling white.
And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than to hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
So don't try and run away. Oh boy. Oh, I didn't read that line. I butterfingered it. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Oh, why she's all mad. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey.
They're all acting odd. Oh boy, One Bar. It's your time to be a mod. You can do it. I believe in you. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
However.
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
However.
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right. I'm ready.
So.
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. You did it! Way to go, One Bar. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. Be gone, bot! I started making my way toward the opening, step after step toward that gaping maw. I'd resolved this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left, and pushed the anxiety down. Calmed my trembling body, and finally on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. It fell. I like to repeat the same word a lot. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound too disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Yeah, this one kind of sucks. It looks like a prison. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage! The always exciting final boss battle! And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16 seat.
Thrills, chills, kills!
That's a little odd. Okay. Well then, let's begin! I don't like that murder bear sitting in on these. Sitting in on this one, I guess. I have all of them active, right? Just gonna do a quick double check. Okay. This is gonna be ridiculous. I am not ready. Alright, let's do this. Here we go.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
Thanks, One Bar.
So listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school,
He's standing on a saddle horse.
you guys win! But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
This is very strange already.
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person?
Hmm?
Don't bother. I already know the answer.
Okay.
You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me!
Huh?
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
What? We're just gonna start like that, huh? Group photo, place to check, Headmaster's e-handbook. Okay. What do we got?
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
Okay.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
Well, I mean, you haven't been working together with us regardless.
Hold on, this doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
Is it this one? Yeah. I bet there was a group photo where each of us weren't in the picture.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it.
Ah, I thought so.
But that can't be right. Because in my picture,
She's not in it.
see? I'm the only one not in it.
Interesting. That's interesting. It's neat that we get to see new pictures. Dude, Sakura is about to kill somebody. I figured as much. In which case...
Hero, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
They're just pictures taken by each of us. Oh, cute. Okay, so... Hold on. I want to see Byakuga's before I say anything. Right? This was like a normal school. Dude, is that a Krispy Kreme box? Are those Krispy Kreme donuts?
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Can I see Byakugan?
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. And that person is the one who got the photo.
In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it.
That was a weird delay on the sound.
So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
Byakugan?
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Oh good, I just wanted to see the photos because they're cute. Aw, what's with the fish in the pool?
In other words,
Whoa, that went by so
gave each
fast.
of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
I didn't get a chance to really look at it. What the heck?
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Oh man, Byakuga's went so fast. Hold on, I'm checking the live feed. Yeah, I don't see him in there.
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time?
It would have been really helpful if Kyoko got a group photo.
It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. Is it? I need to consider each of them one more time. Okay, after all the photos, Juko, you'll notice in every photo, she's the one with the pigtails. The big poofy, no, I guess not pigtails. I don't know what they're called. She's not Togo. She's the other one with her hair up. Every shot, her face is missing. What, Byakuga's picture? There she is in the left getting splashed by Leon. Hina's picture. Here she is in the left corner talking to Chihiro. And then Hiro's picture. Here she is talking to Celeste with her back turned over in the right corner. And then our picture. Her face is blocked out by Taka toward the middle right. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something.
Can you just forget about the photo already?
Well, I got new evidence, so I doubt it.
Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
Dude, you're an idiot.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
Well, we were. Once.
So you think they're fake? No, I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that.
Well, if you guys hadn't avoided me, I would have told you.
So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
You're sure of nothing.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either, but is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember these pictures isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. Dude, you know why. All our memories got taken. Oh. Amnesia? Yeah, amnesia. Okay, let's see. Yes.
Now I understand.
I'm trying to figure out how to lean back in my chair without dying.
We'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense.
Dude.
As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
Why'd they give her the crying eye face? It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, that's the absolute truth. They have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. There's another way to prove it besides those pictures. All the stuff I found in the lockers? The video? Monokuma Control and Interview DVD. I bet it's that one. The Interview DVD. Okay.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I mean...
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory.
Are you sure?
Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
Are you sure? No, you're wrong. Your memory sucks.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
Which if you hadn't ignored me, I would have told you. But no.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
Bro.
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hopes Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean...
Yes, I did a little practice off screen because I was warned that the white noise was going to be a pain in this one.
I mean all of us, including you.
And you, and you, and you, and you.
You lie! I never did any kind of interview.
Bruh.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
Look, there you are.
The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
Okay.
What are you saying?
I believe I just said it.
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
We all did.
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
Yeah, right, hero.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Such as?
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right?
Yes.
What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
Yes.
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
You did too.
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever?
I mean, it was paradise until we started having to kill each other.
That's just insane! How
Didn't
can I
have to.
believe that?
I guess.
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm so glad. My throat is raw. My allergies are killing me, guys.
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Figure out what happened.
Then, I really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
I love how that we just trust what Monokuma tells us, because he hasn't really lied to us yet.
This is all making my head hurt.
Yeah, trying to remember something that your brain forgets is rough.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
I mean... yeah, I guess no.
How could someone just steal our memories?
Yeah, that is a little weird.
How? Come, that hardly matters right now.
Oh no, I'd like to know.
If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains?
You.
Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost.
Yeah, because we found a lot of photos before. He only took the ones that were related to why we came to the school.
There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else?
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Okay. Mukuro control. Mukuro Ikusaba's profile and headmaster's e-handbook. Okay.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Yes.
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
Don't worry, Hina, I got you. I just missed it.
You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles away.
No. No, you're wrong.
There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
Yeah, kind of creepy, actually.
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma.
I found. Hina and I found.
The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
I mean, I guess.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began the 16th. Okay, we see this one a lot.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
No, hun, the charger's in the room behind your bed. I don't have it in here. My phone's at max.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
You're funny. It's on your side.
So we're the only ones here?
I just put it back in the room so you could stretch out.
It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Dude, you're not the mastermind of a box of crackers.
Well, it's not me!
I blame Makoto!
Dude, what the heck?
What? Why me?
Dude, I'm here saving our butt. Bite me.
Cuz! It's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed!
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's a fair reason.
Oh, I get it! The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself,
You
right?
guys are idiots, but...
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Monokuma, shut your mouth.
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic.
Are you sure? They're trying to kill me again.
The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point.
Did you find it, OneBar?
Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Okay, but... Hiro and Toko can just stay out of it.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
About 30 minutes.
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Cool. That's why I remembered putting it. I just wanted to double check.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
Oh, goodness
No,
gracious.
that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn so big.
Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Mukuro's actual cause of death must have been...
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
I did! The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
Oh, man.
That doesn't make any sense.
Really? The murderer has no idea?
Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Huh?
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know,
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
she denied me before I could even say anything.
You're right, Toko. Okay, we're
Not
ignoring you.
weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Keep trying to set my foot on a rest on my desk, but there is not one. I don't know why. Ow! Oh, I'm just trying to get comfortable in this stupid chair. Group photo, interview, profile, headmasters handbook, Monokuma control room. Okay.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
Yes?
She must have been in 100 different battles.
That
So,
seems fair.
when you think about it, obviously, she got all of those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny me this time, Z-Wimsey. You made me go all cutesy.
What?
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
No, this recent come from the battlefield. We'll look at what was written about her and that should become clear. Okay.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
Wow, I can't aim.
She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds.
No, that's wrong.
In all my practice, I didn't miss the white noise, so I didn't know you could take second.
No, Mukuro
Negatives.
didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
Okay.
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
I don't even want to know. We're just gonna skip over that.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school.
Okay.
In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Mukuro's fatal injury.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
Yeah, how long have we been in here?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
Like, when we have free time, we get, like, sometimes 2 days worth of stuff. Sorry.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
What happened last night?
Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant.
Yes. Did
If
I?
Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
I'm gonna go with the mastermind since that's all that's left, huh, buddy boy? Yeah, Dene the one who attacked me.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me, but I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
Okay.
What are you laughing at?
Yeah.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in.
I mean, you've had no trouble listening this whole time. Or the other times.
Let's start off with a nice, easy question.
Okay.
Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
The nails? Maybe? No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see their face. Oh, that's right, we saw their hands. There's no tattoo. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo. Comparing that to the masked attacker, it should be obvious. What are we doing? What's this one? Oh, okay. I didn't know which one we were going into. Monokuma fire. I'm gonna have to get the tattoo then, aren't I? Okay,
You
ready.
never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
No? Okay. I just wanted to give it a shot. Well, I can't, 'cause you're totally right. No, you're not. I just wanted to hit the button. I just wanted to know what would happen.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong.
You're
Even
wrong.
without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand?
See? Oh,
Maybe
crap.
the right foot? Or perhaps the left foot?
Oh, is he throwing me off right now?
Be the hips.
Crap. Tattoo, the mark of membership in Fenrir. It was on one of her hands. I just don't know. Right hand? Is that her right hand? I think it's her right
You never
hand.
saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask.
Do I need to
I'm
grab her
telling
right
you now,
hand?
It was Mukuro
Or do I need to use the
Ikusaba.
file?
You're wrong. Even without seeing their
Okay.
face, there's another part of
Hey
the
man, I'm
attacker
figuring
we
it
can
out
use to
as best I
prove it
can.
wasn't her.
Oh? Is it the right
Or the
left hand?
This one.
maybe the or perhaps or could it be
The hips. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out.
their face? So you can't have it.
I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
No,
Okay.
it's wrong.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, hands. Hold on. Let me hold up the L's, I'll figure
Mukuro
it
had
out.
a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me,
Yeah, because they held it up.
and there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me.
You're okay, OneBar, I appreciate it. I figured it out. I need to hold up my L's and figure out which one's my left and right based on the way Mukuro was lying.
It could have been, you know, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you.
We got Monokuma kind of in a box.
But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her.
Except she saved me.
Uh-oh. No snappy comeback? Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
She's gonna take her glove off?
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone could say anything? Oh my god, it's fade to black. Holy crap! Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it?
Dude! Dude, look at her hands!
It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Poor thing. Wonder if they get itchy. Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on. I mean, she only took one glove off.
My scars should suffice as proof.
Yep.
Makoto,
Yep.
did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
I can see her hands. You can see it's just behind the word box on the right. You can see it's like bright red. Well, not bright red. Like brick red. That like dark red from old burns. Nope.
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear.
For as pale as she is, that skin is burnt. Like burnt bacon.
There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry. Did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
Dude, this is the world's longest day.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
No, I offer the contrary. She was killed in plain view of all of us.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right?
Immediately.
Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
No, it would have smelled really bad.
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
We do have a morgue.
But to hide a body.
Okay, right there, one bar.
To just store it somewhere?
There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored.
I got it!
In the pool.
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Nice cold pool.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
Yes. Oh,
That's
this
right.
chair is very creepy.
It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
Yes, and I can prove that with a tarp.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
The proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden? There's something that's made its way from the biolab to the garden. Oh, always great. I have to hit triangle, not
I
X.
got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Dude, it's bright red letters on a white tarp.
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
Are we nitpicky? Did I miss something? Dude, we're dumb as a rock.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess.
Bite me, Makoma. Wow, I can't pronounce Monokuma. Keep going to say Makoto, but
Where's
the
your
other M.
evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened.
But judging by your reaction, we hit it right on the nail.
But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about
Right
it,
in the head.
wouldn't you
I'm
say?
tired.
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous.
Yeah.
Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
Yeah.
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
There were only 9 dead bodies, not 10. An inconsistency in the biolab? Could you be talking about...
La, la, I can't hear you. La, 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 la.
Ugh, I don't want to do one of these.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab.
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What the frick are you talking about?
What one thing?
What do you think I'm talking about?
I have no idea.
Your family.
What about it? What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
I did, actually. So long ago. Dude, that couch
So
is messed
what
up.
do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
No.
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. No, I hate these!
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
trying to focus, sorry.
I'm not
secret.
listening.
Oh. Biolab. Oh wait, Biolab. Light. Ah, dang it! I hit the wrong button.
What do you want?
Okay, hold on. I can do this. Bio.
not listening.
Light.
This should prove it.
This one. I forget that there's other ones now. I forgot.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Look, man. I forgot that there are other answers now.
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there.
Oh boy.
That's where everyone who's died is stored.
Oh,
And
I
it
got
was
hiccups.
set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
I do not need hiccups right now.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in.
Yes, we did. I counted it just to double check that my math was right.
And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Shh. 9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is
I
10.
got it. 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Dude, my hip is killing me. This chair sucks.
Suspicious?
Suspicious. I have trouble pronouncing suspicious sometimes.
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
Just count the pictures, guys. It's not that hard. That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Taka was sixth, then Hifumi was seventh. Celeste was 8th. Sakura was 9th. And victim number 10 was Mukuro. Yeah, we do. We need something with cushion. I'm not a big fan of the high back chairs, to be fair. I like the little crappy, tiny office chairs that everyone hates. Those are my favorite ones.
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead
Whoa.
body just up and disappeared?
Yeah, it's The Walking Dead, hero.
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
No, honey.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her.
Yeah, that would make the most sense.
And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappear.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Ow! I think I just cut my foot.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than murders? The explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? There weren't actually 10 murders, but 9. That's why there are 9 bodies. It's patently untrue, counting Monokuma's executions. Actually, you're completely right.
Shoot!
Well, why not? That's right, it's just worded weird. You can't kill the same person twice.
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
That's the same thing as saying only 9 murders happened. Bite me.
Killed twice?
This game sometimes, the wording is a little frustrating.
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far. But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
That's not how murder happens.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
No. Because again, that is not how murder works.
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Is the babe asleep, One Bar?
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
I think I have a thought. Actually.
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on!
No. That's good.
Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
I have a thought.
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Shh, One Bar. All will be revealed.
Nothing's gonna become obvious because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Alright, what are we doing now? What's this one? We're just arguing. Monokuma file number 5. Okay.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata?
No, how do I get that one? It's that one. Do I need to absorb it?
Shoot! Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered.
No, it's wrong.
No, you're wrong. That's my favorite. I just want a voice line of that.
Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
We literally just saw it.
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
And the similarities match?
Oh, okay.
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight.
So really, only 9 murders happened, not 10. Wow. I'm still salty.
Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
My chair just tried to kill me.
It's
Wasn't
really
even
true?
leaning back.
Mukuro and Junko are the same person?
Whew.
Wait, so then...
Bakugan, you beautiful bitch.
What does it all mean?
You alright, One Bar?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9.
So you mean the thing I said earlier is true? I hate you sometimes.
Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
Mukuro? That's not a person. Check your spelling, One Bar. Jeez.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Game over.
Who is it?
Stream
Who's behind all
over.
this?
One bar wins.
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
One bar figured out the 800 clues the game dropped.
She took Junko's body
Wow, just straight took her body. That's hardcore.
and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be.
You're wrong.
Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
No. Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But do you really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikosaba is still alive. Toko, you're wrong. Mukuro's fatal injury. Mukuro Ikosaba's profile. I'm not sure on this one.
The body we found in the garden.
Maybe this one?
It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's
Oh.
still alive?
There's this one.
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
Nope.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
For that to be true, then that couldn't have been her body we found in the garden. Yeah, I just need to know which one I
Found in
needed.
the garden.
Right, this one's fast.
It wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong.
Hi, Nightbot. Where have you been?
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of.
We've already gone over this. You idiot.
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records.
We checked.
Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds.
97
Her vitals
pounds.
were 31, 21, 32.
As a teenager. That is not healthy.
Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
It's not healthy. Don't do that, kids.
Then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
Oh no, my allergies are coming. My nose is all runny.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still
We
alive?
literally already went through this. Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. Do I get to pick? Pew, pew, pew. This one.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
Why are you guys struggling with this so much? It's not that hard.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
No, it's really not that hard.
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
I did. Because it was Mukuro. Dressing up as her. It's not that hard. Now that you mention it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. Interesting that there's a lot of blood over her right hand. She really is dead. Wasn't anything else to say, she was gone. I did check, absolutely, and I can say for
She
sure.
was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
This chair is trying to kill me.
It must be wrong.
No, you're wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
No.
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud.
Dude, I love milk duds. They're so good.
Too bad, too bad.
Interesting that he gets all talkative when we're suddenly wrong.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
I don't know. Maybe. Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
I mean, no. Of course not.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way?
To hit you with a sign that says you're wrong.
Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
It's really not that hard, man. Put it together.
Both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
Y'all are dumb.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? We just went through this. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? Wow, this is rocket science. It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely? Maybe she used some sort of trick. Like dressing up. It's not that hard. Alright, what do we got? No? Okay, fine. E? That's a word. Oh, replace. I got it. I got it. I got it. Guys, I'm really tired. And then I need a D. There we go. Gosh, my brain was like,
Now I understand.
what starts with an R?
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
No, dummy. Probably
Good
before
point.
this all started.
There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. We need to figure out exactly how to explain how they could have switched.
I got it! The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
It's not like we would remember what they look like.
Yes, from the moment we first met.
Look, even in this group shot, Junko Mukuro's right hand is covered. We can't see it.
If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
Her freckles are cute.
Then we'd already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
I think we all did.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
Oh no, it's almost like the fashion star wouldn't know how to get rid of a tattoo.
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
Yeah.
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her.
Bro.
In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Yeah, actually, you've been really quiet.
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
He still refuses to admit it. But he can try to deceive us all he wants. Doesn't matter. Because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our last investigation. Hidden room present. Is it this one?
Shoot!
Oh crap. Ah, now I failed. Damn it. Okay.
Is the
No, let me try again.
refuse to give
I
up
just
yet.
don't know what I need to click. Is it the DVD? It didn't show us Junko.
Two of them?
He
They
said from the
switched
last
places from the
investigation,
very beginning.
not this one.
What?
Okay, hold on. I just need to skip through this first. Yeah, but that was this investigation, not the last one. Sorry, I'm just kind of skipping through so we can catch back up. Come on. Really? This is where you decide to stick me? I think it's a DVD. I'll give it a try. Okay, let me see. Okay. DVD. Where are you?
I got it! While I was in the AV room,
Again.
watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster,
Whoa, almost died. Some of the way this is worded just doesn't make sense. DVD wasn't working because Monokuma messed with it. Yeah, this is all. Ooh, wrong button.
you made sure I couldn't finish watching the video.
Yeah,
The
I
reason
remember.
you did that.
It was just this investigation, not the last one, so it threw me off.
is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up!
And Mukuro.
And if Mukuro saw the real Junko,
Do we see Mukuro?
it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
There's no power outage. No, it wasn't the fluke. It wasn't the fluke. It's not the fluke. The Mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The Mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I've got to reveal that. And then you're saying group photos? No, not again.
What? What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up. That's impossible.
Okay. Photos.
That's impossible.
Group photo.
This should prove it.
Yeah, which I did point out.
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo. I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we got.
I did see the putty tat.
In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
The unusual circumstance common to all these pictures. Junko's face is covered in absolutely every one of them.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
Look guys, I was smart.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess so.
And on top of that, in this photo you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko.
Dude, what's even worse in like all these pictures, you can see that she's friends with everybody. They're all talking to her. And she's the only one with the memories of what happened. She's the only one who knows that they were all friends and straight up went out of her way to make them all kill each other.
Which is why you had to have
That's
pictures
hardcore.
that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
Xanadu?
I believe everything Makoto said is true.
Oh, thanks, Kyoko.
Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
The second time.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
What does that mean? What does Xanadu?
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now.
Oh, boy, this is gonna be a big one. Oof. Okay. Okay. Huh. Okay, hold on. Let's see. What do we got? We're friends. But we're not friends. She got stabbed. She didn't know. She was sad. Okay. Put that in there. Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to figure this out here. Kind of skip around a little bit. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Okay. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna go back to the beginning because I'm like missing things. Okay, let's see. So we got it when we were all first introduced. I'm pretty sure that one's right. Act 3. So is this them pulling them out, I guess? Because she's all frosty looking? I don't know. Trying to figure this out. Oh, it's all that. There we go. Okay. I guess Kyoko yelling at him? Not quite sure. Which? Oh, maybe she saw him run away. Maybe that's that what it is. Okay. And then what goes here? Oh, putting the mask on her dead body. Okay. Hold on. Everybody noticing her body. Toko going to rip it off. It exploding. Okay, is that it? How do I do this? Triangle?
The killer is you!
Okay, did I get it?
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here.
Okay.
But that wasn't the real Junko.
Okay.
The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place.
Okay.
And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba.
Alright, Mukuro's eyes are blue. I'm curious if Junko has a completely different eye color.
But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use.
Yeah, see, that was what was throwing me off.
Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, and proving to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive, and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Okay.
So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
Toko getting launched.
Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence.
Dude, that's hardcore.
She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko Enoshima.
That's interesting. If it hadn't been for those dastardly kids.
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
We still haven't seen what Junko actually looks like.
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
Yeah.
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case?
I mean, yes?
Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Oh, we're getting a cutscene! Oh, she has blue eyes too. Okay. She's got a murder bear in her hair.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
She doesn't have freckles. And she has bigger chest than Mukuro.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world!
Her tie is different.
We've even drawn up the deed already! We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking!
Would we trust your food though?
Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
I'm gonna go with no.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
Dude.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko Enoshima.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory, or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face!
Yeah, alright, one bar.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
Yeah, but chihuahuas.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her too, somewhere. It was definitely before I got to the school.
I got it! That's right! It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on it.
You know, I do actually remember seeing that. We should have noticed she doesn't have freckles.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
There's seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like this doesn't quite match up to reality. Hmm? Oh, are you talking about like cover photos and junk? Well, of course, those are totally photoshopped. Photoshopped. Yeah, you know, edited to hell and back with like computers and junk. Oh, so they aren't real.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
I don't think uninterested is the word. I think more monotone. Like she hasn't figured out how she should feel right now, so it's just kind of, here's the info you want.
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same, because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista.
It's like Siri giving you Google information.
Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins?
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. Younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
Okay. That was a turn.
And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the ultimate despair!
Sure, the voice actress had so much fun with this role.
Whoa! She's a totally different person now!
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself! But if you're twins, why do you have different last names?
Yeah.
Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit?
I mean,
Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
yeah, that's kind of hardcore.
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
You're right there, right? One bar.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
Okay.
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life.
Split personality? You mean fractured personality? There's so many pieces, it's barely one person.
I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way.
Apparently, one bar's into that.
Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the three atrocities: atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines.
Hardcore?
Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away, which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know?
What is happening?
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
Don't mess with Monokuma.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
She did look pretty surprised. Yeah.
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all.
Okay.
When I was born, I cried tears of total despair.
Pretty sure most everyone cries when they're born.
So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything.
Anything!
We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
I feel like that was more for you than her, though.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it? That's not true at all.
What is happening?
We were twins. How could I not be sad?
She's got the mushrooms on her head.
That's why it gets me so excited. Killing my precious sister with my own two hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair.
I feel bad for this voice actress.
It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else.
One bar.
She must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind
Oh
of...
lord, Chair's trying to kill me again.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nut.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak.
Lord.
So, I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No. I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow!
Huh.
You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer! So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start floating!
Oh boy.
Damn straight! That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries. And then, we'll have our victory!
I can't wait!
Alright, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
Right in what accounts?
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Thinking back to what Monokoma's told us, the memories that were stolen from us and what they must be related to. No. Okay.
Shoot!
So, the motives.
I got it!
Again, the wording's a
You're
little
talking
weird.
about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question.
I wonder how many times she had to voice this one. Monotone is really hard to get straight.
Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Theme?
Yep,
Right.
you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Our lives outside of the school, right? Monokuma gave us those DVDs. My DVD was footage of my family, and Sayaka's was her and her friends. They had a dream they all shared. So for the first murder, the motives we were given was human connections?
The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it.
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
This is weird, man.
Okay, time for the next question. So what was the theme for the second motive?
I don't remember. For the second murder, the motives theme was... That's when we got those weird envelopes from Monokuma. Mine mentioned how Oh, secrets! How we used to wet the bed. So the theme that time was the past.
It was our past, right?
Yay! Mukuro got it right again! That time the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
The future? The theme for the third murder was the reason Celeste turned to murder. She wanted to buy a European castle and live there with a bunch of handsome men. That time, the motive for murder was... greed?
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again!
Dude, I'm so confused right now.
Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
Yeah, she did kill 2 people.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go.
Sweet cheeks.
Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
The motive in the case of Sakura's death was... what was it that made Sakura decide to kill herself? It had to do with Monokuma exposing Sakura's secret. So the theme of the motive in that case was betrayal?
I got it! In her case, It was
They
betrayal.
all had massive flaws and be the same as her in the same session. Ah, okay.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope.
Dude, this whole case is like...
Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours?
Yeah, get to the point.
Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
Because we didn't know what's waiting on the outside.
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
I mean, it makes sense. We all agreed to stay here for forever. So whatever's waiting for us on the outside isn't worth it.
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint. Huh? Really? Then hurry up and tell us. Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
The outside world?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there?
Then you'll have to tune in next time, because it is midnight here and I am really, really tired. I'm barely keeping my eyes open and I can't seem to keep up with what she's saying right now. Well, we know who the murderer is. Now we just have to piece everything else together. Oh man, I'm so tired. Alright. This was a good go. Part 1 is over. Next time we'll finish this up. All the end epilogues, all the mysteries solved. Then we'll figure out where we'll go from here. Thank you everyone for showing in, and I'll see you next time.